Hey, Jill here from Sup Yoga Seattle. This short yoga class is inspired by my friend Janna, who let me know that she had been biking and running a little bit more and was experiencing low back tightness as a result. Super common with running and biking, and it's usually caused by a combination of things. Of course, overuse of those muscles, but also hamstrings getting tight and sometimes weak glutes. So this class will address some of those things. We'll begin. Oh, we need a strap today. If you don't have an actual strap, totally fine. Use a kitchen towel or a hand towel, a scarf if that's what you have. Blocks may be handy, so you can grab those too. And if you don't have blocks, any two kind of solid things of the same height, it will be useful. All right, we'll begin in extended child's pose. So the extended part is with your knees out wide, big toes touch. Come forward down towards your mat. You can always stretch your arms out long or bend your elbows if that's more comfortable, and then bring your forehead down. So this extended child's pose shape naturally brings length into low back. Invite even more length by letting your hips sink heavy towards your heels. If you haven't already, start to slow down your breath. And then visualize breath coming in and going all the way down to the very base of your spine. And then breath leaving from the base of your spine all the way out the full length, like the crown of your head. Another 2 rounds of breath here. One more round of breath. And then from your child's pose, you might lift your chest just a little bit. Walk your hands all the way off the right side of your mat and sink your hips back towards your left heel. Forehead can come down. You can adjust intensity here on this side body stretch by choosing to walk your left fingers further away for more intensity or let them come back for a little less intensity. Take a breath in, imagine sending it to the entire left side of your body. Breath out, imagine the whole left side of your body finding more ease. And then make your way back through center. Walk your hands now over to the left side of your mat, off of your mat. Hips sink back towards your right heel. And then same thing, you can adjust intensity however you like. Send breath to the right side of your body. Breath in. And breath out. And take your time. Come up to your hands and knees. And pause here to stack your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Take a breath in for cow pose. Drop your belly, look forward. Breath out, cat. Round your spine, press the floor away, and then pause here. Find broadness through your shoulders. Let your head drop if your neck is okay with it. Let's do it again. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. Last round, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Undulate the full range of motion of your spine. And come back to neutral. With a breath in, curl your toes, and the breath out, down dog. Lift your hips up and then back. First one, you might want to add some movement here. Maybe pedal your feet, bend your knees. Move your hips if you like. And down dog, be sure as you're moving here that you're spreading your fingers wide so your shoulders have lots and lots of support. Down dogs, take a breath in here. On your breath out, take as many steps as you like. Walk all the way forward towards the top of your mat for ragdoll. Separate your feet about hip width. Bend your knees a lot, especially when you're focused on spine space and low back. Interlace your hands with opposite elbows. And if you like, sway a little side to side. Let your belly drape over thighs so your low back has support. On an inhale, sway back towards center. Exhale, drop your hands towards the floor. Bring your feet to touch, toe heel. On one long, slow breath in, stand all the way up. Extend your arms up overhead. On your exhale, find standing back bend. Lift your chest up, look up, and then bend your elbows. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your elbows fall out wide. Good. Feel like you're lifting from your chest, so you're taking as little compression low back as possible, finding as much length as you can. Back up to mountain. Inhale, extend your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You could bring your hands through your heart. Let your hands drop towards the mat. And then for halfway lift, take a breath in, lift your chest, lengthen your spine, and pause here. And today, if you have those blocks handy, you may want to bring your hands to blocks so low back has more support, but you're still adding all the length in your spine. And stay for one more breath in. Breath out, crouch and curl, bend your knees, lift your heels, sink your hips down, round your forehead down towards your chest. Hopefully in this shape you feel expansion across the whole back line of your spine. Good, and so that is a flow. Let's take it one breath, one movement now. Inhale, stand up, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, standing back bend, chest up, look up. Back to mountain, inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, crouch and curl. Let's do it again. Inhale, rise to mountain pose, stand up, Tadasana. Exhale, standing back bend, Anyabatasana. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, crouch and curl, round down. And this time, if you'd like to add a little extra layer of challenge, you might wrap your forearms around your shins. Good. Find halfway lift again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, forward fold. This time, straight to standing back bend. Inhale, stand up, look up, chest up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Bend your knees, send your arms down and back, and pause here. So now we're firing glutes. We want to warm them up just a little bit as we stretch them later on. Feel like hamstrings are maybe firing, quads are definitely firing, low belly strong. Good. Awesome. Let's take the inhale, chair pose, arms up by your ears. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step your feet back, pause. Make sure wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, low belly strong. And let this be subtle. Send your heart slightly more forward to your shoulders. So the hips might lower like an inch or two. Hold that for 3. Keep breathing, we're here for 2. And then on 1, rock forward in your toes, lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're all the way down, you're probably pretty perfectly set up for cobra. Just zip your legs together, engage your thighs. And take an inhale, lift your head and chest, low cobra, Bhujangasana, breathe. Check that there's very little weight in your hands. Engage your thighs a lot, so kneecaps lift, that'll give your low back more support. And send your heart forward through your shoulders. One more breath in, maybe lift a little higher through your ribcage. Exhale, lower back down. Take an inhale, come up to hands and knees, tabletop. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips up and then back. And then down dogs, take an inhale, lift your right leg high, 3-legged dog, heel straight up. On your exhale, low lunge, step lightly through to your hands. And here again, you may want your blocks for these next 2 shapes. They're optional. Hands on blocks if you like it. For cow lunge, take an inhale, shift your weight forward, send your heart forward and breathe. Back leg probably naturally wants to bend, let it. You can even set it down if that feels more supportive. Mostly send shoulders back and heart forward. So you're adding a hip flexor stretch for the front of your left hip, your back hip. We'll stay here for another inhale. On your exhale, cat lunge, keep your feet planted, lift your hips up and then back, and you're working towards straightening your right leg, your front leg. It doesn't have to straighten all the way. Let your forehead round down towards your front leg. Front leg hip, pull that slightly further back so hips are facing forward as much as possible. Take one more moment here. Good, and then bend your front knee. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Lift your chest up, arms up, and pause here. Especially if low back is feeling tight, add a micro bend to left knee. Take some compression out. Continue to guide your right hip back, front leg hip back. Breath in. Breath out, warrior two, back heel down, arms out wide, and pause. Strong lunge in your right leg, but imagine here trying to drag your feet together so you're lighting up inner thighs. So you're recruiting support for quads and glutes. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take an inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your right arm forward, and then exhale for triangle pose. Bring your right arm down and your left arm up. Another great time for a block. Bottom hand could be on your block. You could always bring your hand to your shin, or if you really want to give your obliques a lot to do, you could kind of float it on the inside of your leg. Traditional gaze is up towards your left hand. If it bugs your neck today, look forward or even down. Make sure neck stays really long though. Keep your front leg straight. Inhale, reverse triangle. Left arm down to back thigh. Stretch your right arm up and over and pause. Check in with your front hip. If it feels like it's kind of sinking down, lift it up another inch or two. Breath in, expand up, expand back. Exhale, low lunge, pivot forward, hands frame your right foot, pivot your left heel up. Blocks can be handy again here. Shift your weight into your right leg so you get light on your left toes. And then for standing splits, take an inhale, float your left leg up and back, breathe. Check in here, standing leg can totally have a little bend to it. Either way, you're getting a pretty good hamstring stretch. Engage your lifted leg, it'll feel lighter. One more breath in, maybe lift your back heel a little higher. Breath out, forward fold, land your left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing back bend, stand up, look up, chest up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms, chair plane. Good, inhale, chair pose, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step back. This time, take an inhale, rock forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to belly. Inhale, low cobra, it's just the inhale this time. Exhale, roll down. Breath in, come up tabletop. Breath out, down dog, hips up and back. Let's try the other sides. Check out left side. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge, step it through towards your hands. Blocks if you want them. Inhale, cow lunge, send your heart forward, hips forward, and breathe. Remember to bend your back knee as much as it likes. Continue to guide your left hip back. Breathe into the space in the front of your right hip, your back leg hip. Another inhale. Exhale, cat lunge, shift your hips up and back. Keep your feet the exact same distance. Let your forehead round down towards your front leg. Continue to guide your left hip back. Remind yourself that it's absolutely fine to have a micro bend in your front leg. Good, now bend your front knee intentionally. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge, chest up, arms up, and pause. Engage your low belly. Option soften back knee. Energy in your fingertips. Full breath in. Exhale, warrior two, back heel down, arms out wide, Virabhadrasana two. Make sure left knee is on top of left ankle. Make your back leg active, squeeze inner thighs together. Breath in to straighten your front leg, lean forward. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Front hand to a block if you like. Back hand up towards the sky. Micro bend in your front knee, especially if your knees are very, very flexible. If they're not, it's okay to keep it straight, but either way, engage your thighs so your knee joint is staying really, really protected. Good. Keep your front leg straight. Inhale, reverse triangle, right arm down, left arm up and over. Pause here. Think about creating maximum space from your front toes all the way to your top fingertips. Another inhale to create even more reach. Exhale, low lunge, hands to the blocks or the mat. Shift your weight forward first, and then inhale, standing splits, float your back leg up. Breathe. Level your hips as best you can. Maybe lower your right hip another inch. At the same time, lift your right heel another inch. Breath in. Breath out, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Breath out, fold. Let's flow all those shapes together now. One breath, one movement. Inhale, rise to standing back bend, chest up, look up. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair pose, only arms move. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Breath in, rock forward. Breath out, lower all the way down. Inhale, low cobra, lift your chest, send it forward. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, tabletop, could be high plank if you're feeling it. Exhale, down dog, hips up and back. Inhale, lift your right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, step it through towards your hands. Blocks if you want them. Inhale, cow lunge, hips forward, heart forward. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, chest up and arms up. Exhale, warrior two, open out. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach forward. Exhale, triangle, trikonasana, lean. Keep your legs straight. Inhale, reverse triangle, big reach. Exhale, low lunge, maybe hands on blocks. Inhale, standing splits, float your back leg. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Breath out, fold again. Inhale, standing back bend, Anivatasana. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, step back. Breath in, rock forward. Breath out, lower down. Inhale, low cobra, chest forward. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, rise up, tabletop, or maybe plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg, inhale, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Blocks optional. Inhale, cow lunge, hips forward. Exhale, cat lunge, hips up and back. Inhale, rise, crescent, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, warrior two, open out. Breath in, straighten your front leg, reach forward. Exhale, triangle, trikonasana. Inhale, reverse triangle, keep your front leg straight. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, float your back leg. And then exhale, forward fold. Breath in, half lift. Breath out, fold. Let's do one more each side. Inhale, rise to standing back bend, Anivatasana. Exhale, chair plane, engage low belly. Inhale, chair, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, step back. Breath in, rock forward. Breath out, lower all the way down. Take an inhale, lift to low cobra. Exhale, lower down. Listen, let's do it again. Inhale, lift up, low cobra, squeeze shoulder blades. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift, low cobra. Exhale, lower. Take a breath in, come up hands and knees or plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Remember, you can use your blocks. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge and pause. Crescent lunge and pause. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist. With an inhale, stretch your left arm up. Exhale, stretch it over. Find some space in your left side body. Engage your left thigh. You might find even more space in your left side. Good. Then inhale back to crescent. Release your bind. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach forward. Exhale, triangle, trikonasana. Inhale, reverse triangle, take up lots of space. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, float your back leg. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, half lifts. Breath out, fold. Inhale, standing back bend on Uttanasana. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Breath in, rock forward. Breath out, lower all the way down. We'll do 3 cobras again. Inhale, lift, chest forward, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale, lift. You're strengthening your back. And then exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Maybe one more set of ribs lifts. Exhale, lower. Breath in, come up, hands and knees, or tabletop, or plank rather. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge, hips forward, stay low. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, rise to crescent Anjaneyasana. Pause. Now left hand grabs right wrist. Take an inhale, stretch up. Exhale, stretch over. Space in your right side body. Make sure you're engaging low belly, so low back has support still. Good, then inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a breath in, straighten your front leg, reach forward. Exhale, triangle, trikonasana, block if you want it. Inhale, reverse triangle, big reach back. It's the last one. Exhale, low lunge. Standing splits. Inhale, float your right leg. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in is half lift. Breath out, fold. Good, last, let's try it again. Inhale, halfway lifts. And on your exhale, crouch and curl. Lift your heels, sink your hips, round your chin towards your chest. Breath in. And then breath out, come down to a seat on your mat. So we'll come down to your back for in just a moment. We'll take a series of bridge variations. The idea here is to fire up glutes so they come alive, so they build more strength, and so they can support low back and hamstrings even more. So you have a choice here. You can reach your arms out long in front of you, come down slow, or you can bring your hands down behind your hips on the mat to support your low back and also come down slow. Either way, brakes are your core. Core muscles are your brakes. Those slow you down. So come down to the count of 4. Here's 3. Almost there, 2. And then on 1, lower all the way down. Walk your heels in close behind your hips. Make sure there's space between your feet, palms down. And for right now, traditional bridge lifts. Take an inhale as you are. On your exhale, lift your hips up. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your hips. Let's do 3 more. Inhale is the lower. Exhale is the lift. Good. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and hold. Squeeze glutes. Hold it for 4. Squeeze glutes, 3. Maybe a little higher in hips, 2. And on 1, lower down. Change your feet to make them wide-legged. So bring your heels in, your toes out, knees apart. So you kind of like got duck feet here, knees apart. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, lift your hips up, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Continue. Notice when you squeeze your glutes, you're firing different muscle fibers. So hopefully you're finding strength through all glute muscles, the better to support your back as you move through your workout routines outside. Let's take another 3 this time. Here's 2, squeeze your glutes on the lift. Last 1, lift up, and then hold for 4. Squeeze glutes, 3. Keep it up, 2. On 1, lower down. Last variation. Now we're pigeon-toed. Heels out, toes in. Inner thighs will come together. They might touch, they might not, but they're coming together. That's the energy, that's the direction of it. Breath in. Breath out, lift your hips up, squeeze glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good, continue here. Notice this different muscle fibers again. You're getting slightly different spots. Imagine squeezing inner thighs together too. You're trying to magnetize them together, whether they touch or not. Keep lifting. Here's another 3. Here's 2. Last 1, and hold on the up. Hold it for 4. Squeeze inner thighs, squeeze glutes 3. Almost there, 2. And then on a 1, lower down. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a well-deserved stretch and ball pose. Might feel great to rock a little side to side. A little soothing for low back. Rock back to center. Switch your grip so hands are behind your thighs. Rock forward and back, forward and back. Eventually rock yourself forward to your last plank pose. Plant your hands, step your feet back, last plank. Feel like you're firing up core. Imagine trying to drag your palms to your toes, toes to palms. Hold it for 3. Down dog coming up in 2. And then on 1, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a breath in. Let a breath go. For half pigeon, inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, bring your right shin forward and down, and then pause here. Set this up, maybe even a little bit more carefully than usual. Think knee straight up from your hip joint. So rather than let it come off to the side, think straight forward. You might get a slightly deeper stretch through glutes, which might help low back feel like it also has more space. If you have blocks, this is a great time to use them. Could be under the hip of your bent leg, could be underneath your chest or your forehead, or if you've got 2 blocks, it could be several of those. You're welcome to stay upright or come forward for sleeping pigeon. You can always set your forehead down on fists or a block or whatever's underneath you. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. Visualize on every breath in, wherever there's sensation, that space is becoming broader. There's more space there. And every exhale, it's becoming softer. Every inhale, you're finding more space, creating it with breath. Every exhale, you're asking for more ease. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath here. 1 more round of breath. If you've reclined forward, walk your hands back up. If you have blocks underneath any part of you, set them aside for a moment. And then bring your weight into your right hip, your front leg hip, so you can easily swing your back leg around for separate leg stretching. Pull your front foot into your thigh. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, turn towards your straight leg and then fold over it. Hands could wrap around your foot or your ankle. You can use your strap or your towel here. And it's always okay to bend your knee. Let your forehead round down towards your shin. And keep in mind that if it feels healthier for your hamstrings or your back to bend your knee, then bend your knee. You're still getting the full benefit of the shape. We'll take again a couple rounds of breath here. On an inhale, lift your chest, arms up overhead. And on your exhale, bring your hands down, lean onto your right hip again so you can swing your back leg around. Bring your hands down. Find 3-legged dog. Inhale, send your right leg up and back. Then exhale, take scorpion dog. Bend your knee, roll it open, point your knee towards the sky. And as you're ready, meet back in downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg. And on your exhale, set up your half pigeon. And then same reminder, think knee straight forward from your hip rather than off to the side, straight forward, so you might find even deeper stretch in your hips. Blocks wherever you like them, whatever support feels most beneficial, take it. Breath in for length. And then breath out, either choose to stay or come forward to elbows or blocks or palms. And then start that process again. Wherever there's sensation in your body, sun breath there. We expect sensation right now on the outside of your left hip, but it may be elsewhere too. Sun breath wherever there is something that is speaking loudly to you. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. If you've reclined forward, lift your chest back up, rise up. Lean onto your left hip so you can swing your right leg around, separate leg stretching. Pull your foot in towards your inner thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn towards your front leg. Fold over it, hands to foot or calf, or strap around your foot. And again, give your right knee permission to bend if that's healthier for low back or hamstrings. Round down. And imagine draping your torso squarely over your thigh. And so if your left shoulder, your inside shoulder wants to roll open, see if it'll soften down. Take 1 more breath in. And let 1 more breath go. Take an inhale, lift your chest, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down, swing your right leg back behind you again. Tuck your back toes. Find 3-legged dog, left leg floats. Exhale, scorpion, bend your knee, roll your hip open. It'll be a nice way to decompress your left hip. And as you're ready, down dog. Down dogs, take an inhale, prepare to move forward. Exhale, step, or maybe take a light hop forward if you're feeling it. Come down to a seat. So to get into hips and IT band, we'll take deer pose. So for deer pose, right shin forward, swing your left leg back behind your torso, and then pause here. Think left hip, let it kind of fall down towards the mat. It may not actually touch, it doesn't really matter. Check in with your knees. If your knees are feeling like this is too intense for them, then bring your heels in closer. It'll take some of the compression, like the sideways torque, off your knees. If your knees are feeling fine, you want a little bit more sensation, bring your feet a little further away from your torso. You might eventually end up with a 90-degree bend. And then hopefully you're feeling something in the IT band of your back leg. So often in this pose, we recline forward over your right leg, but for today, I recommend staying upright to let it be more about IT band than about right hip. And if you're not really feeling this, your IT bands, don't worry. There's a shape coming up that will probably get into it. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. All right, and we'll do kind of a similar thing. Lean onto right hip so you can swing your left leg around. Pull your foot in towards your thigh. But this time for revolved separate leg stretching, turn towards your right leg, your bent leg. Take your left arm, palm up inside your shin, and then inhale, right arm up. Exhale, stretch right arm up and over. If this bugs your low back, maybe stay a little more upright, bring your right arm down by your side. If it doesn't and you're feeling super flexy, you might grab your big toe with your right hand. Make sure that your chest stays open, like you're keeping your right shoulder on top of your left. Take a breath in, rise back up. And then breath out, switch your legs for deer pose on the other side. So now left shin in front, bend your knee. Swing your right leg back behind your torso. And then think again, like right hip is falling down under its own weight. You're not using any muscle engagement to force it down. And then adjust intensity, heels either come closer in or further apart. Hopefully this time there's sensation in the outside of your right hip, right thigh, IT band there. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. Lean onto your left hip so you can swing your right leg around. Pull your foot in towards your thigh. Turn towards your left knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right forearm inside your shin palm up. Stretch your left arm up and over. And same thing, you can bring your arm down by your side if that's better for your low back. You can also reach over for your toe if that's feeling like it's in your flexibility right now. Take a breath in, rise back up. Breath out, extend both legs out in front of you. Grab your strap or your towel or whatever you're using. Come down to your back. Remember, you can support yourself with your hands or arms in front for core. All right, so for reclined big toe pose, left leg long on the floor. Wrap the strap around the ball mount of your right foot and extend your leg as straight as it'll go. So it might be further towards the back of the mat, it might be further towards the front of your mat. The point is to let your bed leg be straight wherever that is. And pause here to press your heel up. Keep flexing your toes back. You're doing that with the strap around the ball mount of your foot. And if you can, let your arms be heavy. So your arms are kind of adding to the stretch just with their own weight. Not a whole lot of bicep engagement. To find even more space in your hamstrings, which directly contribute to low back tightness, engage your right thigh. And notice how when you do, you probably automatically got more length in your right hamstrings. It may be subtle, it may not be subtle, but it's definitely happening. Engage your right quads. Take a breath in. On your breath out, open your right leg off to the right. Continue to press your heel away. So it'll be over towards the side of whatever space you're in. Press your heel away. And now you're probably finding space in your inner thigh, your adductors of your right leg. Keep your left hip down if it wants to roll up. All right, take an inhale, extend your right leg up again. Exhale, bring both ends of the strap into your left hand. And now pass your left leg over. Allow your right hip to roll up off the mat. Open your right arm out like a T. Press your heel away. So hopefully this is getting into hamstrings and probably IT band at the same time. This may be the most intense of these 3 variations. Be sure your breath is flowing. Take an inhale, send your right leg back up. On your exhale, switch your legs, so send your left leg up. Lower your right leg down. Remember, strap around the ball mount of your foot. Right leg relaxes now, it's done for now. Press your left heel towards the sky. Straighten your leg as best you can. Remind yourself it doesn't have to be a perfect 90-degree angle. It can be less or more. As long as you're feeling sensation in your left hamstrings, that is the whole point. Press your heel away, let your toes flex back. Let your arms relax. And then again, engage your left quads this time. Feel a little bit more space in the back of your left leg. This is an incredibly beneficial pose for low back stretch, for low back pain. You can always do just this set of stretches on its own anytime. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, open your left leg off to the side. Keep your right hip down. Press your left heel away. If you choose to do these stretches, these reclined big toe poses on your own apart from the sequence, they benefit from more time. So if you can stay in each variation at least 30 seconds, you'll get more benefit than if we're here for just 10 or 15. Allow some space to open up an inner left thigh, adductors. And take an inhale, send left leg up, both ends of the strap in your right hand. Exhale, pass your leg over to the right, left hip rolls up, send your left arm out. If it looks like a lot like a supine twist, let it be about your left leg. Press your heel away. Send breath wherever there's sensation. Visualize muscle fibers unraveling, unknitting. One more moment here. On your inhale, send your left leg back up. Exhale, remove your strap, set it aside. You don't need it again. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a few rocks here if you like, side to side. And plant your feet flat on the floor. So keep the bend in your knees, feet flat on the floor. Open your arms to a T. This is something I learned from my chiropractor, is that sometimes a really gentle supine twist may be more beneficial than a deep one. So past 30 degrees of twist, then we're actually creating a little bit of compression in low back. So for right now, let your knees just fall like a little bit to the left, not your full all the way knees flop down to the floor. And then turn your chin towards your right shoulder. And bring your knees back through center. Let them fall just a little bit to the right. Turn your chin over your left shoulder. Bring your knees back through center. Hug your knees into your chest again. If it feels right, you could draw your forehead up towards your knees, your chin up towards your knees. Take a breath in here, listen. On your exhale, relax your arms. Keep the bend in your knees. And for fallen bridge pose, this will take the place of our Shavasana. Fallen bridge, toe heel your feet out towards the edges of your mat. Let your knees drop in towards each other. When you let your knees drop in, your low back might feel like it has more space, more breadth. Face your palms up. Let your shoulders relax. Maybe walk them closer together, shoulder blades. Let your jaw soften. Slow down your breath. Let's take about just 1 minute here. I'll guide us out after that. If you want to stay longer, of course, stay as long as you like. Stay longer if you like, or if you're ready to move on, start by deepening your breath. Breathe in a deep sense of gratitude for your body that has brought you through every single amazing experience you've had in your life. Breath out of patience and compassion for yourself. Throughout our entire lives, our bodies have changed, they will continue to change, and we can get better and better, more adept at accommodating these changes as they come in. Extend your arms towards the back of the mat. Take a breath in to stretch the length of your body. On your breath out, hug your knees to your chest. And then take as much time as you like, make your way up to a steady, comfortable seat. Once you've found it, bring your hands to your heart, touch your thumbs to your chest. Take a breath in, feel your heart lift up. Open mouth, release. Touch your thumbs between your eyebrows to your source of insight, clarity, wisdom. And with that connection, honor your practice by bowing forward. Thanks, everybody. Hope that helps. Hope hamstrings, low back are feeling like they have more space and they're better able to give you the strength you want for your next outdoor workout, running or biking.